Hey everybody, welcome back to Tainted Outdoors. My name's Alan Tainted. Today's video, we're going to outline 3 essential knots that you absolutely have to have in your back pocket. Figuratively speaking, of course. So before we begin, please go and get a piece of rope. Doesn't matter what kind of piece of rope, it can be a shoelace, an old skate lace, I don't care. But hit pause and go get a piece of rope. I'll wait. Go. Today we're going to learn 3 hitches. What is the difference between a hitch and a knot? Well, a hitch is usually tied onto something reasonably permanent. The 3 hitches we're going to learn are, number 1, the timber hitch, number 2, the taut line hitch, and number 3, the trucker's hitch. Stick around to find out how not only to tie these, but also to apply them in a tarp setting up situation. Does that make sense? I think so. The first hitch we're going to learn today is called the timber hitch. It was originally used in horse logging to pull logs out of the bush by horses. They used it because it's really easy to attach onto the log, and once the log's pulled out of the bush, it's really easy to detach the rope from the log. To tie the timber hitch, you're simply going to wrap your rope around the object you want to tie it onto. You're going to take the tag end and you're going to make a loop around the other rope, standing line. You're going to make a loop like so. And you know it's right when you can slide the loop back and forth on the other side of the rope. Now with this remaining line here on the tag end, you're going to make twists around the rope like so. Once you've done that, you're finished. Cinch it down. You have an extremely strong, useful knot that's not going to come undone or slip. And once you relieve the pressure on the rope, it's really easy to untie and unravel. And that is the timber hitch. The second hitch we're going to learn today is called the taut line hitch. This is an adjustable hitch that's ultra handy for adjusting tension on your tarps. You can tighten, loosen at will, and it doesn't slip if you tie the knot properly. You're going to cross lines. Okay, tag end wraps up the main line, 2 wraps, like a coiled python around a tree. Okay, just 2 wraps. You could go 3. Let's go 3 just for fun. Okay. So, and it's important to keep this knot tidy. Now you know you've got it right when you can slide it up and down like this. This is where the adjustability comes in. Now, how do I lock this? Now this next step locks this knot in place, okay? So we're going to take our tag end, this tag end here, we're going to drop it down to the main line, like so, and we're going to do another wrap around the rope on the bottom of my coils. This is the locking portion of the knot, like so. And you snug it up to the bottom of those coils, and this is what keeps it from sliding, okay? Now, this is how you tie the knot, but this cord is, or this rope is much too stiff for it to cinch down. So I'm going to demonstrate the same knot using paracord, and I'll show you how it works. So I've got my 3 python coils there. So I come down to the bottom below the python coils, and I'm going to do one little half hitch thingy majiggy, like so. Just one, and snug it up underneath. So to adjust it, you grab onto the knot itself. If you want to tighten, pull this way. If you want to loosen, do it this way. And that is the taut line hitch. So our final hitch today is called the trucker's hitch. So the nice thing about this hitch, you can really cinch it down tightly. So if you want to put a canoe on top of a vehicle and you don't have ratchet straps. So basically this is kind of like a replacement for a ratchet strap. So in today's application, you're going to be using it to construct a ridge line, but you can use it for a clothesline in camp as well. It's got a ton of uses. I use it all the time. Let's go. So I've selected 2 trees about 20 feet apart to set up my ridge line. This is the first tree. The knot I'm going to use to attach my ridge line to this tree is the timber hitch, just because it's quick, it's easy. So I'm at my other tree. I'm going to wrap it around the tree like so. Now the first step to tying the trucker's hitch is to make a loop in the line. So I'm just going to twist the rope like so. Give your hand a little twist. to have a loop just like this. Hold that loop like so, and you're going to move to the side of the loop that's closest to the tree you just wrapped your paracord around, and you're going to put this side of the ridgeline through the loop that you just created like that, and pull it tight. So you have a small little loop like that. Now this loop is what we're going to put the tag end through to apply pressure on the ridgeline to tighten it. Now the nice thing about this loop, that when you're finished with the ridgeline, you simply pull it like this and it comes undone. So I have my loop in the line, like we just showed in the previous clip. Now I've got my tag end here. I put my tag end through this loop. Okay, see how I can apply pressure to it by pulling this way? Now this is where I learned a handy little trick. You're going to put it through twice. When I pull, it doesn't let go. No matter how hard I pull, it stays cinched. Incredible. So here we have the loop that we created. You can see where the paracord has been looped around the tree, placed through this loop twice, and pulled towards the tree to tighten it down. Now if I hadn't put it through this twice, this would be slipping. We want to lock this down even more. And this locks it in place. Now I'd probably want to do that twice if I was staying overnight underneath it. We have the timber hitch here, and attached to the tent peg is the taut line hitch. Thanks for joining me today, you guys. You had a lot of fun making the video. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing. My name's Al Tenta, and this is Tenta Outdoors. We'll see you next time.